I'm back in Michigan to spend a few weeks with my family before I fly to LA to start the school year. And since New York, my life here has definitely slowed down. Sometimes it feels like it has come to a complete stop. And I think there's a beauty to the simplicity of suburbia, but it can feel a little suffocating too. My days in Michigan all follow the same pattern. I wake up at noon because I have such a hard time falling asleep in the summer, and I get up and do all my morning shenanigans in my extremely petite-sized bathroom. When my parents got the house, this bathroom was made for children, so everything from the sinks, tables, and even toilets are meant for very, very short children, so I feel like a giant whenever I get ready. Also, my room is like the poster child for bedrooms in Asian households. My grandma is very adamant on keeping my bed draped in these anime sheets. They aren't even bed sheets, guys. They are curtains. And she makes sure to pile all my stuffed animals in odd arrangements. So honestly, I just follow her lead whenever I make my bed anymore. But because I wake up so late, I have a really small breakfast since I'm gonna have lunch in an hour anyways. And one thing that's different when I come back home is a strictly regimented eating schedule. There's always gonna be 3 meals a day that I have to eat, even if I'm not particularly hungry. I guess it's good, but I'm kind of just used to just eating whenever. But anyways, after eating, I usually just go and do work or edit a video. So right now we are posting an Instagram photo because we're still gonna pretend that we're in New York City, living up our life, living up our 20s. Even though we're in Michigan now, so yeah, that's not happening. But we're still gonna post an Instagram photo. I've been trying to level up my Instagram game recently. If you guys have not noticed, you guys should. It was time for lunch, so we ate some yummy food, and afterwards I got ready to go thrifting with my grandma.
You want to know that I think we're one and the same. I don't think we could help it. No, I don't think we could help it.
Hello, 大家好。3月8日清早班的。
If you guys have been watching me for a while now, you definitely know that 2 years ago, like especially during like quarantine and everything, my grandma and I, the only time we'd leave the house was to go thrifting, and she would be in all my videos. So we're back with another thrifting adventure.
祝大家身体健康，平安健康，拜拜。
Bye bye. To go and help them move rocks. What the heck, guys? I just don't understand the point of gardening. So my parents have taken up a new hobby, redoing every aspect of our backyard for no particular reason. I feel like this is just a rite of passage that Asian parents go through, and today's victim are these rocks that they want to move a great distance of 3 feet. But don't be fooled, guys, because this was not an easy task. We were struggling so much to even budge this rock, and they finally ended up using like a hose or something to move it. I kind of just stood there being useless as always, but I was high-key like dying from my allergies. This day is already going to be a good day because we're making zongzi. This is a traditional Chinese staple. It's sticky rice with salted egg yolk and pork inside, and my grandma makes the best zongzi in the world. I grew up eating this and it's definitely one of my favorite foods. Every time I go off to LA, I have to save at least 5 pounds in my suitcase because my grandma stuffs my suitcase with zongzi. But I oftentimes think about how I don't know how to make any of the traditional food I grew up eating, and that just makes me sad because I know I won't be able to pass on a lot of my culture to my children. Second generation kids are gonna be even less in touch with their heritage than their first gen, and I feel like I'm like failing my ancestors or something by not being great at Chinese or knowing the details about like the different traditions and holidays. I don't know, do any of you guys feel that pressure as well? Like, I feel like I'm not gonna be able to keep the culture in the family. Anyways, I guess I just gotta enjoy it while it lasts. Screw my children, you know? Screw the next generation. I'm actually sweating, but I thought I would film a haul because on TikTok I saw this girl buy like these 2 pairs of Levi's from Amazon and they look so cute, so I ordered them and they just came in the mail. I don't actually know if they're gonna fit. I actually ordered 2 different sizes. They are the low-rise black jeans. So this is a different size and color, but the same style. So I want to try these on for you guys. All right, this is the first pair, and I'm not sure if I am in love with how they fit. They're a bit long. I feel like these make me look stubby. Okay, I actually like this pair better. I think it fits me better. And I have been looking for a pair of black jeans. So I think I'm gonna keep this one, return the other one. That's the end of my haul. I have been mainly keeping to myself over these past 2 weeks. I met up with high school friends only a couple times, and that kind of made me think about the nature of friendships. I feel like during high school, or honestly any period of your life, you feel like your friends are gonna be there forever. You really believe in the power of BFFLs. But life happens, and people move, and they go to college, and suddenly you're back home, and there's only a couple people you really feel the urge to see. Catching up with old friends also made me aware of how much I've actually changed. A friendship that seems so easy to maintain during chemistry class suddenly feels forced 3 years later when there's 2 different people. I feel like when I hang out with some of my old friends, I feel the need to be my past self and kind of slip into that old comfortable mold. So I don't know, I guess it's just normal to outgrow friendships, but that was just an intrusive thought I had. So basically the moral of the story is that I have very few friends at home, so I'm basically a loner when I go back. My time at home has been very wholesome overall. I just spend time with my family, I work, and I've been trying to work out. It feels like a life reset or a treat where I have time to get my life together, and because of that, I really appreciate the slow pace of life here and how everyone just seems content with stability and routine. But my whole life in the suburbs has made me crave for something more. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I think there is a beauty to the simplicity of suburbia, but sometimes it really does feel a little suffocating. There was such a stark contrast from my days in the city compared to Michigan. Spontaneous nights in New York have been replaced with late nights working, and adventures with friends have turned into me sitting alone in a parking lot drinking boba. I honestly don't really know how to articulate my thoughts on this. It's a bit complex, but I feel like there's a lot of guilt associated with leaving your family to pursue your own life as an adult. Over the past couple of years, I began to actually feel ownership of my life, and I see it now as something separate from my family, and that's both an exciting but a sad realization. And I think there's a cultural aspect to it as well. Family is the most important thing in Chinese culture, and in China, even when the kids grow up, the family usually always stays together. It's a very different mindset than the American dream and the land of opportunities where you go out and build your own life. So I've been torn between these two values for a while now, one that prioritizes family and one that prioritizes individuality. And I think it's an important part of the Asian American experience that doesn't really get talked about enough. But I don't know, I don't really have any conclusive thoughts on this for you guys. For now, I think it's just important to spend as much time with your family while you still have the chance and to appreciate it that much more. Growing up is hard, man. I don't know how people do it. But that is the end of my time in Michigan, and I will see you all in Los Angeles. Bye. Cheers. This is what I do in my free time. I sit in parking lots and drink boba by myself. But today, you know, you and I were on a little date, so I'm keeping a little bit extra for you guys. Usually I would be watching Netflix, but now we're gonna sit in the deafening silence together.